One of the smartest ways to become a landowner, especially here in Nigeria, is to have an intentional planning, not just saving. And a good number of people have had challenges trying to learn how to save so that they can buy that their dream property. If that is you, then this video is meant for you. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a simple practical step that can help you save money and buy that your dream property in 2026. My name is Obale Kimana. I'm a real estate consultant based in the city of Enugu. I create content like this to help smart individuals like you make secure and profitable real estate investments here in the city of Enugu. Now I'm going to be showing you a step-by-step guide how you can save money and buy that land in 2026, especially here in the city of Enugu. The number one step is that you have to declare on what kind of land that you want to buy. So you cannot have an effective saving without a target. Having a target simply means sitting down and then planning on the kind of land that you want to buy. Let's take for instance that your goal in 2026 to buy at least a plot of land here in the city of Enugu. So one of the major things that you need to do before you even start thinking of saving money is to first sit down and then plan, and also be clear on the kind of land that you want to buy. So you need to ask questions like, okay, what kind of land am I looking for? Am I planning to buy land for residential purpose? Am I planning to buy for a commercial, or maybe for a land banking purpose? So you need to be clear on that aspect. And also you need to look out for location, depending on the need why you want to buy that land. So there are many locations in Enugu, and most of the locations are either for residential or maybe for a commercial purpose, even for an industrial purpose. And other locations are meant for land banking business. I mean, locations that are still underdeveloped, are still developing. So once you ask necessary questions about the location, the kind of land that you want to buy, and also taking out time to conduct a proper research on the property that you want to buy. I mean, carrying out a process like the due diligence to ensure that the land that you want to buy is very genuine. And I made a video about how to conduct a proper due diligence before buying any land, especially here in the city of Enugu. I'll find a way to drop the link in this video. So once you are clear on that particular land that you want to buy, the location, the type of land, then you can now come up with a cost. That's the cost of that particular land. I mean, you need to have a target of the amount that you are willing to commit for this land. That's why I mentioned about location, because large location determines the value of land, no matter where you are buying it for in Nigeria. So once you know have a location, then you have the type of land that you want to buy, then the next thing is to plan about the amount you are willing to commit. Take for instance, you want to buy a property of 10 million naira. So you must be willing that, okay, you are going to save for 10 million, you're going to save 10 million naira in order to acquire that particular property. So the first step, like I mentioned, is to be clear on what kind of land that you want to buy. Number 2 point is that you need to open a dedicated land saving account. So you can do this way by going to the bank and open a savings account or a fixed deposit account for that project. Now, the project I'm talking about is land project that you want to buy. So when you open this account, it will help you to save specifically for that purpose. So that means at the end of the month, take for instance that you're a corporate worker and you are earning something like 500,000 naira monthly basis. So at the end of the month, you're supposed to have a particular amount that you are committing for that project. Maybe a 30% of that fund, 500,000 naira, or maybe anything higher, depending on the duration of time that you want to save the money so that you can buy this property. So you need to have that account. And if you ask me, I would suggest that you have a fixed deposit account instead of having a saving account. Because once you have a saving account, you might be tempted sometime maybe to go to the bank and pull out money from that savings and use it for other important things. But when you have a fixed deposit account, you know that it's very difficult for you to pull out money until that savings get to a particular number of months you budgeted it for. So when you have a fixed deposit, you know that maybe your budget is in 6 months, you can be able to raise that 10 million naira, or maybe in 12 months, you can be able to raise that 10 million naira. So once you have that fixed deposit, you know that every month you have a portion or a percentage of your savings, a percentage of your salary that you are committing for that project. I mean, that will help you to be able to know, to be able to save enough so that you can buy that project. Instead of having a savings account, I would suggest that you go with a fixed deposit account where you commit a particular percentage of your salary, or maybe if you're in a salary owner, maybe you have multiple income streams, you can commit a percentage of whatever you earn monthly for that project so that you'll be able to meet up with the time targets that you set for yourself. This fixed deposit account will help you to avoid unwanted withdrawing of money from that particular account. I mean, that will keep you focused until that particular month that you set to withdraw that money for that project. Number 3 point is that you need to use installment opportunities wisely. Now, here in the state of Enugu, most real estate companies came out with a particular strategy that have helped many people to buy property who did not have the complete money to buy at once. So that strategy is called installment payment plan. This installment payment plan helps you to buy the same property that someone bought outrightly. So let's say, for instance, that your budget is to buy a 10 million naira property here in the state of Enugu, but you don't have the complete money at once to buy it outrightly. You can start off with an installment payment plan where you can deposit 30% of the money or maybe 5 million of that money while you wait to spread the remaining balance across 3 months or 6 months, depending on your agreement with the company. I mean, this will help you to reduce the financial pressure on your own side. Instead of paying all at once, you can just spread the money across the 3 months or 6 months. You need to look out for properties that you can buy on installment. So when you must have saved a certain amount in your fixed deposit account, possibly you save for like 5 million naira. So instead of waiting to get 10 million naira, you can just withdraw that 5 million naira and then deposit for that particular project that you want to buy. That's the property that you want to buy that is worth 10 million naira. Because if you have to wait to get that 10 million naira, the property might now appreciate. Something that is being sold at 10 million naira, they might now start selling it at 12 million naira or even 15 million naira. That means you will now lose on that opportunity. So instead of waiting till you have the complete money, you can just make an initial deposit of a particular percentage depending on your agreement with the company, and then the remaining 3 months or 6 months you can now spread remaining balance, possibly 5 million that are remaining. You can now spread it across that 6 months, and that will be able to help you to buy that property instead of waiting till you have the complete money. A quick recap of what we discussed. First, that you have to be clear on the kind of land that you want to buy. Is it for residential? Is it for commercial land banking? And also you need to take out time to conduct a proper research on locations and also the particular amount that you are willing to spend for that property. Then the second step is that you need to open a dedicated savings account for that project. I mentioned earlier that a fixed deposit account is better than a savings account, and I gave my reasons. And then finally, you need to make use of installment opportunities wisely. I mentioned about the installment payment plan that most companies offer here in the state of Enugu, which is a great strategy for you to buy that property even when you don't have the complete money. If you're looking for an affordable property here in the state of Enugu, I mean a property that is either suitable for a land banking or for capital appreciation, even for a buy and build, then go ahead, call or WhatsApp the number showing on your screen, and I will help you make the right investment. And if you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and then follow along for more. And also remember to turn on your notification bell, because once I drop video on this channel, you will get notified on that video so that you can get to learn more from this channel. All right. Thank you for sticking to this point, and see you in the next one.